What's up, everybody? It's Mr. Bald back at it. I just wanted to talk about a product that everybody loves, and I keep getting questions on this. I've made a couple of videos talking about how my first impressions were, what I thought about it after using it for some years, and still it's one of my most durable, held up tools, one of my most popular tools, and the one I use on everything. Anytime I touch a piece of wood, because if you've been following me for a while, you know that I work in the wood shop. Anytime I touch a piece of wood, I'm sanding it. Doesn't matter what it is. So outside of the scroll saw and cutting it, this is my second used tool. And I've never had any problems with it. It's held up. So let's get into this bad boy right here. So they do have, an updated version. This is one of the older models. It's all the same thing. Usually a bag goes onto this to catch the dust. I never use it. Usually I'm outside and I'm just sanding away, and it just vibrates when you turn it on, all that good stuff. Check out the other videos to see that. But anyway, so let's talk about what most people ask me is how you put the sandpaper on. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull that. The thing I like about this is not the adhesive sandpaper, it's not the Velcro. So the cool thing is you can buy the original square sheets that's meant for this, or you can just buy big old pieces of sandpaper and cut it to size. Any sandpaper you have, snap it on here. So that's pretty cool. So there you go, there you have it. You take it right off, you're good to go. You can replace these pads here. As you see, this is worn out. I've gone through many of these, but they're very cheap. Get them on eBay, that's the cheapest place. But you replace these pads with a screw, and you can put any sandpaper that you want onto these bad boys. Usually this is just a regular old piece, and all you're going to do is you are going to hook it right there. You see that's a spring. Put it right there. Snap that. That's going to hold on to it tightly. And then you have this side. Snap it. And then you push that. Load it right into there just like that. As you see, when you do edges, when you're sanding and you do edges last. I like to do the flat surfaces and the edges first. Sand round off the edge and all that good stuff to give it that nice, I don't know if you see this piece of wood, but round it off just like that a few times. And then once you are ready to do the edges, then start to sand the edges. And what I mean by edges is like the corner of the wood right there, because that'll rip the sandpaper easily. Splinters, the edges, the corners, just like that. But if you're, even with a hole, if you're sanding the surface, you're gonna sand it real good and it's not gonna rip up on you. So anyway, this thing works really great. I love it. As you see, it's been through a lot of torture. But this is the Ryobi sander that was only, I believe, $39 when I got it at the time. I've put this through many abuses. I've even dropped it a few times. It's not meant for that. And it still works perfect. So I would definitely recommend, if you're going to do any type of sanding, even wall sanding, to pick this bad boy up. I have many ryobi tools, as the people that's been following me for a long time know, and just made a video on every tool that I have, just kind of showing you and giving you an overview on the table. But this bad boy's held up. Haven't had any problems with ryobi, and they're on the cheaper end. You don't have to go out there and buy that high dollar, $200 sander or $150 sander just because of the name brand, where you can get quality right here for 39 bucks and save that money to go buy you a few more ryobi tools. And that's exactly what I've done. I've had many ryobi tools, and I have quite a few now, over 15. I don't know exactly how many I have, but yeah, so I'm definitely a ryobi fan for life, and that's really all of my electronic tools and major tools are ryobi. And like I said, do a lot of woodworking, use a scroll saw a lot. That's got great reviews. I haven't had any problems with it. A lot of people talk about this and that here and there with every little tool. That's just haters, I'd say. They hate on it. It has to be that top end brand to be the best. No, you can use this for commercial if you wanted to as well. It doesn't have to be the top brand. Ryobi does have their products where it's going to outdo some of those higher end brands. And some of the brands that are higher end actually outdo ryobi. Of course, you're going to get what you pay for, and I'm not going to say it's going to win every category, but so far I have no complaints in most of the categories. If you've done your research online, especially YouTube, they've actually outdone it. Hey, if you want to see a demo of this, if you want to see something specific as far as this brand product in action, just shoot me a message. Let me know. I'll definitely whip it out, take the time to make that video in action, and go from there. But other than that, You all have a great one, and we'll see you on the next video.